now begins. Time has come for letting go. The hardest part is when you know all of these years when we were here are ending. But I'll always remember we have had the time of our lives, and now the pages turn, the stories we will write. We have had the time of our lives, and I will not forget the faces left behind. It's hard to walk away from the best of days, but if it has to end, I'm glad you have been my friend in the time of our lives. Where the water meets the land, there is shifting in the sand, like the tide that ebbs and flows. Memories will come and go. All of these years when we were here are ending, but I'll always remember we have had the time of our lives, and now the pages turn, the stories we will write. We have had the time of our lives, and I will not forget the faces left behind. It's hard to walk away from the best of days, but if it has to end, I'm glad you have been my friend in the time of our lives. We say goodbye, we hold on tight to these memories that never die. We say goodbye, we hold on tight to these memories that never die. We have had the time of our lives, and now the pages turned, the stories we will write. We have had the time of our lives, and I will not forget the faces left behind. It's hard to walk away from the best of days, but if it has to end, I'm glad you have been my friend in the time of our lives. I'm glad you have been my friend in the time of our lives.
We started this journey, wide-eyed and terrified. We took it all in. Now here we are. The next chapter of our story is about to begin. We've been through it all, headaches and heartbreaks, fires and hurricanes. Goodbyes upon goodbyes, now there's just one thing left to say. If it wasn't for the memories, if it wasn't for the laughter, it'd be easier to say goodbye. But But the one thing I miss most is friendship that's so close. No, it's not easy to say goodbye, to say goodbye. 4 years ago, we dreamt of this day. Red caps and red gowns felt so far away. Now here we are, holding on to lost time and wanting to rewind. Yeah, we've been through it all, headaches and heartbreaks, fires and hurricanes, goodbyes upon goodbyes. Now there's just one thing left to say. If it wasn't for the memories, if it wasn't for the laughter, it'd be easier to say goodbye. But the one thing I miss most is friendship that's so close. No, it's not easy to say goodbye, 'cause when it gets cut short, oh, you wish that you had taken it all in just a little more. Didn't realize a chance to say goodbye could be taken away. If it wasn't for the memories, if it wasn't for the laughter, it'd be easier to say goodbye. But the one thing I miss most is friendship that's so close. No, it's not easy to say goodbye, and I'm not ready to say goodbye.
This is where the chapter ends. A new one now begins. Time has come for letting go. The hardest part is when you know all of these years when we were here are ending. But I'll always remember we have had the time of our lives. And now the pages turn, the stories we will write. We have had the time of our lives, and I will not forget the faces left behind. It's hard to walk away from the best of days, but if it has to end, I'm glad you have been my friend in the time of our lives. Where the water meets the land, there is shifting in the sand, like the tide that ebbs and flows. Memories will come and go. All of these years when we were here are ending, but I'll always remember we have had the time of our lives. And now the pages turn, the stories we will write. We have had the time of our lives, and I will not forget the faces left behind. It's hard to walk away from the best of days, but if it has to since we were right. We have had the time of our lives, and I will not forget the faces left behind. It's hard to walk away from the best of days. But if it has to end, I'm glad you have been my friend in the time of our life. I'm glad you have been my friend in the time of our life.
Please take your seat, those of you who are standing, and let us turn our attention to our graduates as they make their way to their seats.
us all stand as patriotic people of sweet St. Lucia in the playing of our state anthem.
Please remain standing as we invite Pastor Cletus Henry to welcome our Lord and Savior in our midst on this momentous occasion.
Let's pray. Almighty God and our eternal Father, we praise your name. We thank you, God, for this day. This is indeed the day that you have made, and we are poised to rejoice and be glad in it. Praise be the Lord. Father, we thank you for this milestone in the life of the school. We thank you for the teachers and students, the graduating class of 2023. We thank you for the great obstacles that you caused them to overcome. And God, this day we ask that you would bless each teacher for their investment in the life of these students. We thank you for the principal, the staff, and every contributor, the parents. And now we turn to the graduates. We pray, God, your grace over them. We pray that you will multiply favor over their lives. That as they step into this new level, as they stepped out into the world of work and study, God, that you would go before them. That God, you would encourage them. You would encourage them to keep that bond and to use it for your glory, for your honor. We pray for special blessings on this service today. We pray that, God, this environment will stay as cool, as fresh as it is. That, God, the whole proceedings will go without being disturbed. Father, thank you. You are the God whom the wind and the sea, they obey you. May we have fair, good atmosphere, good weather. Bless this time. Bless this service. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Henry. Please take your seats. Dr. Antoine Prosper, Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education. Mr. Kendall Kodra, Deputy Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education. Mrs. K. Clark Nicholas, Education Officer, District 7. Mrs. Joel Shalmine, Education Officer, District 8. Mr. Arthur Ale, Guest Speaker. Pastor Cletus Henry. Mr. Makarian Oje, Principal of Choiseul Secondary. Mrs. Leanne Joseph De Freitas, Vice Principal of Choiseul Secondary. Teachers of the Choiseul Secondary School. Principals of schools, invited guests, parents, students, I bid you a warm and lovely good afternoon.
It is indeed a momentous occasion, a moment to celebrate and to give thanks. Today, we celebrate with our students at this year's 30th graduation ceremony. And it is with immense pleasure that I welcome you all.
At my side, please allow me to introduce to you all this dashing and sharp-looking Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Naja Simeon.
And next to me, of course, the ever so lovely and full of energy, Miss Carissa Thomas.
In the year 2020, the entire world was forced to pause, unplug, and then reset as we all faced the full effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. While all students were affected, it is our view that this crop of students, the graduating class of 2023, received the most bitter blow from this pandemic. The secondary school experience would be interrupted from the second term in Form 2 right through to the first term in Form 4. These students would get to return full face-to-face instructions only in the second term in Form 4. Throughout these 2.5 years, our students were faced with having to deal with all the challenges that came with online instruction and the tug of war of blended instruction. This was quite daunting to students and teachers alike as they tried to maneuver across those various modes of learning.
Thankfully, as we return to a semblance of normalcy and to complete face-to-face interaction and instruction, we have prevailed. It is therefore with this in mind that we endorse the theme, Overcoming Obstacles and Celebrating Resilience, carefully selected to represent the graduating class of 2023. We acknowledge that these past few years have been some trying times for our students, and they have had to face insurmountable obstacles along the way.
However, they have persevered and are here standing strong and resilient. We therefore celebrate the achievements in the face of all these adversities. Cheers to resilience. I wish to welcome and thank all of you for joining us at Choiseul Secondary to celebrate our students as they enter a new phase of their academic careers and their lives.
Five years in review. Moments of ups and downs, headaches and joys, crying and laughter, pandemic and new normal, all of which we have seen featured in those years with our graduating class at our prestigious institution, Choiseul Secondary School. To give us a brief insight of those years, we have the privilege of encountering with our now more handsome, and more beautiful graduates. I call on our principal, Mr. Makarian Oje, and our vice principal, Mrs. Leon Joseph De Freitas, to deliver their remarks.
Please welcome them.
Dr. Pauline Antoine Prosper, Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education. Mr. Kendall Kodra, Deputy Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education. Mrs. Clay Clark Nicholas, Education Officer, District 7. Mr. Arthur Ale, our esteemed guest speaker. Pastor Cletus Henry, Mr. Makarian Oje, Principal of Choiseul Secondary, principals of other schools, teachers, invited guests, parents, graduates, I bid you a pleasant afternoon. My task today is a bit of a paradox. On one hand, I have the honor to welcome you all here today, while on the other, it is really an opportunity to say goodbye to the graduating class. Special welcome to our Parliamentary Secretary, Ministry of Education officials, invited guests, parents and guardians, parents and guardians to the Choiseul Secondary School to celebrate this momentous occasion with the graduating class. Graduates, class of 2023, today is truly a celebration. A celebration of all your achievements at the Choiseul Secondary School. This celebration would not have been possible without the help of the many people who form part of your lives. Your teachers who provided the needed instruction, your friends who could identify with you and gave you a sense of belonging, and at the top of your list, your parents. Graduates, your parents have made today happen by providing the love, encouragement, and emotional and financial support to meet your educational needs every step of the way. Class of 2023, you owe your parents a standing ovation. Class of 2023, please applaud your parents. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, parents, for doing a wonderful job. Class of 2023, you have come to the end of your secondary school journey. A journey which began in September 2018 with a group of 105. Today, we say goodbye to 81 students. Not everybody has ended the journey here. Some went to other schools, some moved overseas, some took ill, some unfortunately could not keep up with the challenges of secondary school life. Let us remember individuals like Jarrell, Zana, Desiree, Mariah, Sherwin, Richard, Alex, Jomora, Kian, Claude, Nail, Jamalti, Ziggy, Devon, and Meiko. I am sure you will describe the last 5 years as an interesting journey characterized by lots of fun, study sessions, sleepless nights, and numerous other challenges. One of the biggest challenges was the impact of the pandemic shortly after you began your CSEC program. We know for many of you, you had a tough time adapting to secondary school life. Among you were those who reported every incident to teachers and administration, the notorious crybabies, and the troublemakers who constantly kept their teachers on their toes. Look at you now, graduates. I am so proud of you all. You have adapted, persevered, and made it through to this highly anticipated moment, your graduation day. You celebrate this milestone under the theme, Overcoming Obstacles, Celebrating Resilience. A theme that is timely, considering all the challenges that we have been through and continue to face. Some things are gone, such as the wearing of masks and social distancing. But the effects of the pandemic continue and may be there for years to come. Graduates, you did overcome these challenges because you were resilient, and for this I commend you. Graduates, as I address you on this final occasion, I would like to reminisce on some of the highlights of the past year. We began this academic year with the news of a 62% pass rate at the 2022 CSEC examinations, with Choiseul Williams obtaining all grade 1 passes in 12 subjects. The school recorded very high pass rates in subjects such as agricultural science, food, nutrition and health, physical education and sport, industrial technology, technical drawing, theater arts, and visual arts. Such outstanding performances in the aforementioned subjects is an indication of a shift from the academic subject areas to the more technical ones. To us educators, this is a call for greater emphasis. This is a call that greater emphasis should be placed on subjects that are more technical in nature. In addition, it is imperative that we modify our teaching methods to meet the needs of the new cadre of learners, the Generation Z, who from all indications seem to be more hands-on and skill-oriented. The learners of Generation Z, who are born as digital natives, have now forced us to equip ourselves with digital technology skills to better cater to their learning needs. Teachers at Choiseul Secondary have therefore heeded this warning, and in January of this year, several staff members enrolled in a technology in education course with the hopes of enhancing our technology skills. We at Choiseul Secondary have embraced the technology and continue to use it as an asset to engage and motivate students in and out of the classroom. Another one of our notable achievements in regards to the use of technology was the successful implementation of the first ever electronic voting system for the selection of a new executive for the Students' Council. Miguel Daniel, Tyrese Nkwa, Gina Amede, Ellie Jones, Mikesia Brathwaite, and Tej Stephen, members of this graduating class, all served on the 2022-2023 executive. The staff of the Choiseul Secondary School are committed to staying on top of our quest to provide modern education and develop students holistically. We aspire to cater not only to the academic growth of our students, but also to provide them with the physical, mental, and moral development vital to their survival in this volatile 21st century. Students of this institution have participated and excel in various extracurricular activities. One of our graduates, Michael Fletcher, captured first place in this year's International Francophonie Day Creole Poetry Competition with his poem entitled Espoir c'est moun. We can also boast of having a vibrant school band and choir, of which two of our graduates, Michael Fletcher, our violinist, and Tariq Spring, a vocalist, were members. Our school band, led by Mr. Grantley Charles, works harmoniously to provide musical accompaniment at all school activities. During the month of May this year, members showcased their talents at Reunion Primary and Auger Combined Schools jazz activities. Although the month of May is synonymous with jazz, in education, we emphasize reading during that month. Mrs. James and the English department reimagined education through a literacy learning space in the back of the building to my right. Would you believe that there was an actual library in the back there? It was indeed heartwarming watching students cuddle up and reading physical books instead of having their eyes glued to electronic devices. This was not the only opportunity where students got to spend time away from their devices. Under the guidance of our visual arts teachers, Mr. Charlie and Mr. Simeon, students have been able to sharpen their drawing and painting skills. Their beautiful artwork can be seen around the school, such as those visible on the walls on my left, right across. Students, along with their teachers, also participated in the painting of the St. Lucia Racer facility in Union, what we all know as the zoo. Kudos to our visual arts students and their teacher. Just when we thought we'd seen all the creativity of our students, we witnessed more expressions of art in a well put together career carnival, which formed part of our 2023 career guidance program for our Form 2 students. This was spearheaded by our school counselor, Ms. Fontenay. In addition to career guidance, she also oversees the well-being of our students. We now run a breakfast and lunch program, and we ensure that the basic necessities of students are met. Ladies and gentlemen, it would be much more successful if funding was forthcoming. We are in dire need of a feeding program. And at this juncture, I would like to make a special plea to all present to assist us in whatever way you can in this regard. Choiseul Secondary continues to hold its own in the area of sports, and a number of students have gained opportunities for further development to represent our country abroad. In cricket, one of our very own, Denzi Japol, a Form 4 student, has been selected as a member of the national under-15 cricket team, along with Christian Peter, a Form 4 student, and Janelle William, a Form 1 student, as reserves. Their efforts contributed to the team emerging victorious in this year's competition. Shaquan Mitchell and Kijan Mathre of the class of 2023 also made tremendous contributions to take the school team to the semi-finals in this year's Under-19 schools cricket competition. Although they did not emerge champion, kudos to our boys who gave an excellent performance. In football, 2 Form 1 female students, Aquila Agdoma and Anelka McFarlane, have been selected as members of the national under-14 team and are due to compete this month in a tournament overseas. In this year's inter-secondary schools track and field sports meet, the Island Champs, we placed 3rd overall. 3rd in the female division and 5th in the male division. J.D. Well, our star athlete, will represent St. Lucia at the NACAC Age Group Championship in Santo Domingo from July 15th to 17th. All of these sporting achievements have been made possible under the expert stewardship of our PE teachers, Miss Denise Herman and Mr. Davidson Lionel. Miss Herman also serves as a national track and field coach and will be accompanying a group of athletes to Guadeloupe next weekend. Students have also been recognized for their efforts during training in one of the most recently introduced sporting disciplines, rugby. A few students will be traveling to Trinidad to participate in a tournament later this year. These include graduates Shaquan Mitchell and Tariq Spring. Ladies and gentlemen, Choiseul Secondary has made numerous strides and continues to excel in many areas. Now I have come to the unenviable and emotional part of my task, that of saying goodbye. Class of 2023, you have come to the end of just a leg in your life's journey. Congratulations. I wish you an abundance of luck, good fortune, and a prosperous future. As you begin the next chapter in your lives, I would like to leave you with this inspiring quote by Martin Luther King Jr. And I quote, "Our survival depends on our ability to stay awake, adjust to new ideas, to remain vigilant, and to face the challenge of change." End of quote. Remember, graduates, life will not always go as planned. You will encounter difficulties, setbacks, and challenges along the way. When you encounter them, do not, and I repeat, do not let them define you. Get up, brush off the dust, make the necessary changes, and move on.
and the principal's address continues. I'm sure our former minister, in fact, my former Minister of Education, Dr. Rigobert, and my present Minister of Education, Mr. Edward, Sean Edward, would be happy to know of the succession planning at Choiseul Secondary School. Because these two people always spoke about succession planning. In fact, in my conversations with our current Minister of Education, this is one of the topics that we talk about all the time, succession planning. And this, to you, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, is succession planning. So Choiseul Secondary School will live on forever. The vice principal told you, or made a plea, for persons to help us with our feeding program. And I saw Mr. Stephen and I want to put him on the spot. Mr. Stephen, we need fish. We need fish for our program. Okay, Mr. Stephen has agreed to give us fish. Parents, put your hands together for Mr. Stephen. And graduates, you will not enjoy the fish, but the others after you will enjoy it. Trust me. I didn't want to disappoint the class of 2023. I would have loved, that is why, I decided, let me say something to you before you leave. I would have loved to highlight everyone, but time would not permit. And if I do that, then we might be here way into the night. But I want to look at Tassie. Tassie, had the producers seen you before, I can just show you that you would have been selected to star in the new Little Mermaid movie. Isn't that so? You all didn't see Tassie? Take a look at Tassie. Don't you see that Little Mermaid? That new Little Mermaid? Okay. Tassie, people want to see who you are. So if you can you stand for them to see who you are? Okay. And I had to come in because I needed to tell Nadine. I didn't see her at all. But Nadine promised me that she will be what you said? That she will be coming with her heels today. Well, I did not see anybody fall, so if Nadine has her heels, then she did well with it. Trust me, she did very well with her heels. But yes, but remember, Nadine, hope the toenails are good this time, huh? And I need to talk about Michael. Where is Michael? Michael, our great violinist, but one of the poorest negotiators of the school. When Michael comes to negotiate with you, you can just sit and laugh. Because Michael, I think a kindergarten will negotiate better than him. In comparison with Miguel, who thought that he could outsmart me with his negotiating skills. But Miguel knows that I'm 10 times his age and he won't be able to get away with it. So I always tell Miguel, no cub can outsmart the Lion King. And how can I forget this little girl in 2018? When I went to them and I was calling out their names, I said, Ocean. And before I could make a little joke with her and ask which one it is it Pacific or Atlantic? She stopped me before I could say anything else and said, my name is Ocean. So I have never forgotten that name. And I will never call her Ocean again. It's Ocean. And how can I forget my girl, Kiara? And my adopted granddaughter, Paige. And Shomara, who always, another Michael, always thought she could have fooled me. The commander. And The one that I need to talk about as the last one, not that I didn't want to talk about everybody, but this person had the most best friends and the most enemies during the 5 years. So she would come into the office, sir, one Ella with me, because she's interfering with me and my best friend, Tommy. And in a week's time, she would come again. So, one Tommy with me, because she's interfering with me and my best friend, Shokwan. Do you all know who that is? I think the only person that wasn't her best friend during your 5 years was Sarah Bernard. And I'm talking about none other than Vicky. Vicky had the most best friends. Where is Vicky? Vicky, I'm happy to see you graduating. The most best friends, the most enemies. My graduating class, I'm happy to see you celebrate resilience because you are conquerors. I love your spirit of not giving up. No matter the challenges you faced in life, no matter the challenges you face in life, don't give up. The mountain may be too high, don't give up. The sea may be too deep, don't give up. The dream may seem impossible, don't give up. The road ahead may be rugged, don't give up. You know why you should never give up? Because you serve a God bigger than any of these problems and obstacles. I don't know if any of you have heard about Joan Rowling. Have any of you heard of Joan Rowling? Okay, this young lady was thrown out of school at the age of 17. At age 25, her mother died. At age 26, she got a teaching job, but she was dismissed after a year. Age 27, she got married to an abusive husband. Age 28, she had a daughter, got divorced, and was diagnosed with severe depression. Age 30, she attempted suicide. She was on welfare, but after she recovered, she decided to do something with her life, and she started writing. She published her first book at age 31. By age 35, she had released 4 books. At age 42, she set a record by selling not a million, by selling 11 million copies of her new book on the first day of its release. And that is a record. No other writer has ever done that. Today, her global brand, Harry Potter, is worth over $15 billion because she never gave up. I want you to take courage from this lady, the creator of Harry Potter, and never give up, my students. Never give up. Believe in yourself. Celebrate resilience.
We thank you,
Thank you.
and welcome all.
Okay.
Thank you
and welcome all. By graduates, class of 2020.
Let's give a round of applause to our principal and vice principal.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So as we move on with the program, to address you as an official from the Ministry of Education, I call on Dr. Pauline Antoine Prosper, the Parliamentary Secretary in that department. Please give her a warm welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to recognize the Deputy Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Mr. Kendall Kodra, the District Education Officer for Choiseul, Mrs. K. Clark Nicholas, the Principal of the Choiseul Secondary School, Mr. Makarian Oje, Vice Principal, Mrs. Leanne Joseph de Freitas, our esteemed guest speaker, Mr. Arthur Allen, Pastor Cletus Henry, principals of District 7, specially invited guests, teachers, former teachers of Choiseul Secondary, parents, graduates, Mr. and Mistress of Ceremonies, sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a pleasant afternoon, and I know that the rain will allow the graduation ceremony to go on without any disruptions. I bid you all a pleasant good afternoon on this very special occasion that marks a milestone in the lives of the graduates. This graduation from the Choiseul Secondary School. Graduates, you have worked very hard. You have gone through many challenges in these 5 years. And therefore, I am elated to be the one to address you from the Ministry of Education. I want to congratulate all 81 of you. We celebrate this achievement with you and implore you to absorb the moment and the aptly put theme of this 30th graduation exercise, overcoming obstacles, celebrating resilience. Graduates, if you were not resilient, you would not be sitting here this afternoon. These are significant words of counsel and empowerment, given the era that we live in today. An era in which you face uncertainty, an era where our youth appear increasingly risk averse, an era where many young persons are eager to adopt the practices and lifestyles that are transmitted via internet or social media. Graduates, you have successfully conquered the odds. Think of the challenges of COVID-19. And your principal and your vice principal spoke about it earlier. You have arisen and you have conquered all. Life in its own nature is filled with obstacles. However, the rigors that you have been through and the guidance and counsel that you have gained at the Choiseul Secondary School have positioned you to conquer any impediments that will stand in your way. Graduates, you have the potential to do great things, and we depend on you to join us as leaders in whatever capacity that you can. Be positive and influential leaders that will continue to shape your country in a positive direction. I implore you to be different, be distinct, embrace yourself for who you are, who you aim to be, your strengths as well as your limitations. Discover your talents and abilities, what drives you, what you are most passionate about, what sets your soul on fire, and be fearless in developing those capabilities as a future career. Young people should no longer leave school with a mindset that they must only be employed by someone else. You can empower yourselves by becoming entrepreneurs and providing employment opportunities for others. The Youth Economy Enterprise assists with starting your own business by providing technical assistance, grant funding, and small loans. We provide opportunities to obtain CVQ qualifications with the Ministry of Education free of charge. The government is exploring all avenues to provide scholarships for our students. When the time comes, students from Choiseul, I have not been seeing your names. I see one or two. Sometimes you don't complete, some of the students don't complete the application forms. There are opportunities for you. You must apply. Don't be left behind. This year, 50 more students will be receiving first-generation scholarships from Monroe College. And if you ask what is first generation, the Prime Minister of St. Lucia has a dream of ensuring that every household in St. Lucia has at least one university graduate. And if your home has nobody who has a university degree, then you are a prime candidate to receive a scholarship that we call first generation. This year, for the academic year 2022-23, 238 students got full-time scholarships, and 59 students got partial scholarship. Young people from Choiseul, I'm saying again, don't be left behind. Don't sit and wait for somebody to do it for you. Apply online. You are always on your phones. You know the technology. The website is there. Go on the government website. Encourage your sisters, your siblings, your uncles, your aunt, the young people from your community to empower themselves. We know that we do not all have the means to get a scholarship. The opportunity is afforded to you, and you should make every effort to ensure that you are counted among one of the students receiving a scholarship. I think I lost my page. Graduates, do not be afraid. Do not be defined by society's standard. Do not be defined by the challenges you will inevitably face along the way. But be defined by your innate abilities, your aspirations to work assiduously towards that. Always remember that nothing great is accomplished from a position of fear, but from a position of determination, commitment, and resolve. It was Nelson Mandela who once said, and I quote, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers it." End of quote. The Department of Education looks forward to great contributions to our national development from you graduates. We want to thank the principal and staff for the support that they have provided to you graduates and their tireless efforts in preparing you for the challenging road ahead. The government appreciates the commitment of the teachers of the Choiseul Secondary School. You have been working very hard. Graduates, give your teachers a round of applause. And teachers, let me remind you that your TMA will be increased to $1,100. Not by $1,100, but to $1,100. Parents, we thank you for the support that you have given to your children over the years. And we encourage you to continue providing them the necessary support as they soar towards their goals. Winston Churchill once said, and I quote, "This is not the end. This is not even the beginning of the end. This is just perhaps the end of the beginning." End of quote. It is indeed a new chapter in your roles as parents. Your continued support and guidance to your children remain crucial. Your continued support, the Ministry of Education and by extension, the government of St. Lucia will continue to support you. We know many of you have other children. When something is good, you should not be scared of repeating it. But as you know, the government continues to give the 500 bursary to all students who have completed CPA. And I know the parents would have filled their forms by now. The government continues to assist parents with back-to-school assistance. So during the summer, back-to-school assistance will be available for the parents who are struggling, not those parents who are working and who can afford. Sometimes they are the ones who ask for assistance. But for the struggling parents, to help them to send their children to school in September, to buy shoes, to buy uniform, to buy school books, etc. The students who will be going to Form 1 in September will be receiving their Chromebooks, as well as the Form 4 students who had the who had the e-books. They will be receiving a new Chromebook for the new academic year. We shall continue to subsidize transportation for deserving students, students again who are marginalized. And the government will continue to pay CXC, mathematics, and English for all students. Mr. Auger and Vice Principal, I heard your plea for a feeding program for your school. I promise that we shall continue this conversation, and the Ministry of Education will do all in its power to assist the children of St. Lucia. In closing, I wish to congratulate you graduates for your hard work, which has paid off. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, Sustainable Development, Innovation, Science, Technology, and Vocational Training, I wish you all the very best in your next step in life. I leave this quote with you from Roger Crawford. Being challenged in life is inevitable. Being defeated is optional. I thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pauline Antoine Prosper.
Thanks again. Thank you. Students, I must say, this is the most quiet I've ever seen these Form 5 students.
I quite
Teachers.
agree.
They are so obedient. Look at this. They're just sitting, waiting. They're probably hungry, you know.
Or wondering
Anyway.
who's getting which award.
Exactly. But students, graduates, this is your day. Actually, I think y'all are too quiet. I think y'all should start making a little bit of noise right now. This is your opportunity, okay? It is your day to sing. And it's your day to sing about how you feel. Yes? Is that right? Are you ready to sing? Yes, you are. I heard that. Yes, all the way at the back of the school. It is a good day to forget all of your troubles and to forget the troubles that you gave in the last 5 years and to remember what you're moving towards. It is a good day to feel like a champion. So please stand, graduates, to express to everyone in attendance here and those viewing online how good of a day it is today. And let Taurus Riley hear all the way back in Jamaica when you start singing what the day is.
And I want to hear you singing the loudest.
And I want to hear the guys at the back. You know, we have musicians, we have singers. And we have the others who want to be rappers, so we want to hear you too, okay?
Yes. And I realize we have the most talented people in this cohort, right, Mr. Simeon?
Very talented cohort, very talented. Wow, look at this. They're joining us on stage. That's right. Parents, give them a round of applause.
Like the sunrise, so bright and me upright, no one can break me by. I mean, no care who I fight and who I criticize, I'm on a higher high. So you can say what you want to and do what you want to, it's no concern to me. Cause me, I'm my own mission, me live on my own mission to rule my destiny. Oh, it's my day to do anything I want to. It's my time and I'll use it anyway I want to. It's my life and I'm responsible for every action. It's all mine, my day, my time, my life. I beg you, easy now, give me some reason now and don't invade my space. I'm in a different place, different phase, moving on my way. So if you feel like a champion and nothing can go wrong, this one is your song. Put away your troubles, put away your worries, help me sing along. Oh, it's my day to do anything I want to. It's my time and I'll use it any way I want to. It's my life and I'm responsible for every action. It's all mine, my day, my time, my life. Feeling alive, feeling a vibe, and nothing can stop me. I don't care what they think or what they say about me. Look out, world, here we come, up and running. And all I'm saying is it's my day to do anything I want to. It's my time, and I'll use it any way I want to. It's my life, and I'm responsible for every action. It's all mine, my day, my time, my life. Give thanks for life. Give thanks for life. Give thanks for life. Give thanks for life.
I need a better round of applause than that.
Yes, let me hear it. Give
Come
thanks
on,
to
let's
life.
give our students a round of applause.
I did not
My
hear the
day,
boys.
my time, my life. You may sit, students. I would like to just remind you of someone who was here with us, and she is no longer here. She moved on to another country. Do you remember who that teacher is from 5? Who? But Mrs. George is here. The person is not here right now. But the person is watching you on the live. Do you think you know who? Miss Cassius. 5-3, you can remember Miss Cassius? Okay, so Miss Cassius is watching you right now on the live, and she wants to wish all of you the best of luck, especially 5-3, and I want y'all to give her a big up. So give Miss Cassius a big up, students. I don't think she heard that. All right, so I'm sure she's happy to hear from you. On to our program. Our guest speaker is a long-standing school teacher, as well as a gifted singer-songwriter and a truly versatile musician. He is currently CEO and owner of Major Records and Rock the A merchandise, and holds several other accomplishments under his belt. He has established himself as one of St. Lucia's most renowned soca artists and has created history, becoming a 5-time undefeated groovy soca monarch. He is also one of the founders of the popular Evolution Band. Not only has he performed at several major shows, such as the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival, but he has also made numerous successful appearances on the regional and international stage. In 2016, he was awarded by the St. Lucia Foundation of Houston, Texas, for his contribution to the arts and the promotion of St. Lucia's music and culture. In 2017, he was signed on officially as an ambassador to telecommunications company Flow, and he is currently signed to Unicomer as a brand ambassador to the company. In 2018, he launched his online singing competition dubbed Arthur Ale Challenge, with the hopes of developing and providing a platform for upcoming St. Lucia talent. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome an individual who has been very instrumental in promoting youth development. As an educator, an accomplished musician and businessman, our guest speaker, Mr. Arthur Elijah Ale. Please give him a round of applause.
Round of applause.
Correction, I'm not a teacher anymore. Allow me to adopt the protocol already established. And let me say good afternoon, everyone. Or should I say Saudi? Somebody say Saudi. All right, I like you. They're full of vibes. Can you put your hands together for the graduating class of 2023? Everybody, give it up, give it up. Now, I don't like a podium, but I'm here nonetheless. I look at you graduates and it automatically brings a rush back to my days. When I was working in the photographer, he knows me from very long, and he tell me, boy, you remember when you were crying when your girlfriend was leaving after school, because she went to study in Barbados, she was stuck in St. Lucia. And I remember those days, my prom night, and you get it soon. You'll have a party, right? All right. Are you ready for your party? Are you happy to be graduating? All right, give it up for yourselves then. Put your hands together for yourselves. You have come a very long way, and I'm very sure that you are very happy that you are here. You have gone through the 5 years, the struggles. You have gone through the obstacles, and right now it's your time. It's your moment. And guys, take it, embrace it, and get ready to shine. Now, first of all, I'd like to thank your principal teachers for allowing me the opportunity to speak with you guys. I must admit, when I was asked, I said, bon Dieu, But it's always a pleasure to come here and give back and share the knowledge. So I thank you very much for having me here this afternoon. Give it up for your teachers, graduates. Give it. I know they work very hard. I myself, being a teacher at Super Comprehensive, I understand the struggles and I know how much it takes. And I'm happy that they have stuck with you and helped you out throughout the years. I look before you guys and I see, the future moguls. I see the future, let's say, Steve Jobs or Oprah Winfrey or the next Barack Obama, or bringing it back to St. Lucia, the next J.Q. Charles or Reno Gajada or the next Julian Alfred or Darren Sammy, right? Now, I might see that in you, but the most important thing is that for you to see it within yourself. Your teachers might have dreams for you. Your parents might have dreams for you. They might see your potential, but it really takes you looking within your own self and seeing how talented I am, how skilled I am. And when you realize your true potential, trust me, there is no limit to what you can achieve. My message to you today is that you are the key to your success. Now, I'm all about affirmations. So, when somebody in front of me say, I am the key to my success. Your turn. Now you have to say it like you mean it. Say it with conviction. One more time.
One more time. I am the key to my success.
Exactly. Look into the mirror every morning when you wake up. See that beauty that God has given you and realize that passion, that talent, everything that you have within you. And every day you wake up, you tell yourself, I can. And trust me, one day we'll achieve those dreams. Now, your theme, I like your theme very, very, very much. Overcoming obstacles, celebrating resilience. You guys have gone through a lot. You are like the pandemic babies. You went through the whole pandemic. You got through CXCM and everything, and you are here right now. You are resilient. Give yourselves a round of applause one more time, graduates. Now, trust me, this is only the start of your obstacles. Have you all been to the supermarket lately? Yeah, life ain't easy, trust me. And when you see you have to start working to make your money, working to pay your rent, you realize, boy, oh, that's why mommy was so, thinking for all the goods that in the house. Yeah, that's why, because life is very hard. And you have to understand how hard life is. But you can make it. Don't ever tell yourself, I cannot do it. You have to learn to overcome those obstacles and shine through the darkness. Now, before I go any further, I want to share with you my own story. Is it quick? All right. So, who is Arthur Ale? I'm hoping that in telling my story to you that hopefully I can inspire someone and hopefully that my story can help you realize that, hey, not everything comes easy, but push through, be resilient, and you can make it. Who am I? I thought somebody would say the girl them sugar, no? You all don't know the Billy Man song? Who am I? The girl? Yeah, okay, somebody knows it, but you're too young for that. All right. I come from a very humble background. I grew up with my mother and father, Glenn and Sabina Ale, big up mommy and daddy. And 5 of us, I have three sisters, one brother. And it was growing up, I enjoyed growing up. I never had, the fancy clothes, the fancy outfits, the fancy toys. I never had all the money. I never went to school with any money. I would have to wake up one morning, go and make my bread and butter to go to school and make the juice and clean the yard and do all these things. Were we poor? We were not poor. My mother was a principal. My father was a bursar at the school. Were we rich? Definitely not. But my parents' priority was always education. So come time for school, we would definitely have all the books that we need. We would have whatever that we need to make it through the day. And that always helped to maintain, me being as humble as I am. Because I never looked at life as, listen, it's all about the brand name stuff. I remember even being president of the Students' Council and a partner of mine telling me, I said, go president, go, come out here, because I had a fake Jordans, I had an air. And like you walking on air, guys, so you gotta get a good Jordan. I'm like, at the moment, I felt bad about it. I told my mother about it, and eventually when I went to Sahafa, she bought my first brand name shoe. But I realized, there were things that were really more important than those brand things. And the foundation that she gave me, it really helped me. So sometimes when you see your parents struggling just to make it happen for you guys, be be good to them. Put your hands together for your parents. I know they work really hard to make things happen to you. And someday when you have your own children, you will understand the sacrifices that they go through. So I went to school. Mainly, I was a bookworm. I'll tell you straight. I can see my past classmate, Miss Gidari there. Yeah, give Miss Gidari, hi, Miss Gidari. Same class, and it was all about academics for me and also cricket. I loved cricket. A lot of people don't know my real name is actually Elijah. Arthur came from Arthurton, who was a 90s cricketer. And at the time, discovering myself, I thought, what am I going to be when I grow up? At first, I said, you know what, I'll play for West Indies. I got chubby, and that was not part of the dream anymore. I couldn't make it in there. I wasn't fit enough to be a cricketer. Always had an injury or something. Then I thought to myself, okay, maybe I should be a chef. I love to cook in the kitchen. That didn't work out either. Then I said, you know what, maybe I should be a doctor. So for when we were choosing our subjects for CXC, I chose all the sciences, chemistry, biophysics, HSB, even IS. When I realized how hard chemistry and physics was, I said, doctor, not for me. I ain't doing that. I decided to go into the field of IT. So after Louis, I did my associate's degree in computer engineering. But that still really wasn't my passion. All along, music was always what drove me. And I have to big up my school music teacher, Mr. Christopher Fevrier. He instilled a knack in me to want to produce, create music. And I remember when I started the recorder. I know some of you all hate the recorder, right? Even the parent, you hate the recorder, it's so annoying. But to me, I loved creating music. So I would join the recorder band, I would join the choir, whatever it took. I got into drama. And believe it or not, I was a very shy student growing up. I was always that boy with his head down until I got into those extracurricular programs that helped me in expressing myself a little better. And I found that, you know what, maybe I could become something in this music thing. When I started, my friends said me, boy, you can't sing, stop that nonsense. I would get jokes about it. I remember one time performing with another student and we got booed. But that didn't stop me. To me, that was an obstacle and I had to overcome it at some point. So I kept doing it. Eventually, I won maths remix competition with my buddy Christus. I would go on to perform at school. And in performing at school, there was this band in the mid-2000s, Matrix band from Soufriere, who was very popular. And they saw me performing and they were like, this guy has some potential. So when I left school, they invited me to join the band. Young, scrawny little boy from Soufriere, pushing to the spotlight. Was I ready? I definitely wasn't. I remember my very first gig in Castries, being from the south. It was Peter Party in the Yard at the CSA grounds in Castries. And I remember singing all types of songs. People watching me like, who's met? I remember singing Ricketty's song Pressure Boom at the time. 2007 was a big hit. And I remember asking the crowd, show me the pressure rags. That's exactly how they were right now. Everybody's hands were down. Nobody put their hands up. And Rickety was standing side stage. He came up on stage to say, he said, my youth, let me show you how it's done. He took my rag from me. He said, show me the pressure rags. Hey! I didn't even know there were so many people in the grounds. Every single person had their hand up in the sky. And that night, the guys in the band, they give me heat, like, come on, guys, what are you doing? Why you don't have to? And I cried that night. Literally, I cried. But it was that night which taught me that, hey, listen, nothing good comes easy. You have to work really hard. One of the biggest misconceptions we have as human beings, we expect that people will just respect us and support us. The quicker you realize that respect is earned and not owed, the better for you. Earn people's respect. So I had to go back, look at tapes, look at great people in the past, learn from the best. That's one of the best lessons you can learn. Learn from the best. Look at people who have achieved in your field and figure out how did they get there. One thing I do, I always go on Wikipedia and read people's bios, see their struggles, see their obstacles, see what they have gone through, and understand that you too will have struggles that you will have to overcome. And when I look at when I started to do so, I got a little better. Bit by bit, I started to improve. Eventually, 6 years after professionally entering the music scene, people started to realize. I remember sending in songs to the radio station, not getting played. I remember having to go, so Frey had no music studios. I had to go up to Castries, walk up that tall hill to go up by Libo's studio, hustling, trying to get through. Nobody taking me on. Until 6 years later, I wrote a song called Jumping Alone. along with Daniel Dubois. And it was just in connection, networking. It's important to work together. It was until then we formed a team. The following year, we had that song that some of you might know. Nobody don't know how hard that I working. They say, whoa, you spend it too much. You hear that song already? You might have heard it before. Right? It was only then that people finally realized, boy, hey, who's that fella, boy? Is he new? But I'd been there for a very long time, trying, struggling, hustling, trying to make it. And I finally got my little break. And then people started to give me that little respect. So understand one thing: perseverance, patience, super important. Nothing good comes easy. And that doesn't go for just music or my field. Whatever field that you are in, you will have to be patient. It will take time. It will take time for you to understand that, hey, my dreams will come true. Because if Arthur can do it, then I can do it too. True? Him survive, true? True, yes. It will take a little time, but you have to keep going in order to overcome your obstacles. Did I ever see myself becoming an entrepreneur or musician? No. But I had to understand that if I wanted the lifestyle that I wanted, that I would have to diversify. And I'm pretty sure that every single one of y'all here are wondering, what am I going to do when I leave school? Right? The truth is, when you graduated, the harsh reality, guys, not everyone here is going to go to college, right? Not everyone here is going to have a job immediately, right? Some will go to college and come back and still won't get a job. So are you going to settle down, sit down on your bum and say, boy, where I thought the government say, what was I supposed to say? For, you know what it is, you can't depend on government. Sometimes you have to look within yourself and say, what can I do? And that starts from even before now. You have to think of, what skill do I have? I see some of you all have nice makeup, and I'm sure that you probably did it yourself. Can I do that for a living? Some of you are no. You can the guys. Can I be a barber? Can I be a seamstress, a tailor? Can I be a carpenter? Think business minded as well. What can I do that can make me money in life? And from now, start to think of it. So I had to think of, okay, what else can I do? Because after a while, teaching really started to get to me. That was the first time in my life that after about 10 years in it, I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I really had to get out. So, but along the way, it didn't one time get to this. Along the way, I started to think of, where can I change? How can I get out of this teaching thing and better my life? So I started to do one of the most important things that as an individual, if you want success, you have to do, is to invest in yourself. And that doesn't mean money only, right? It's not about just spending money. Educating, it's as if educating yourself. So whatever the field it is that brings you joy, educate yourself about it. What are the things what is necessary within that field? What do I have to study? There are many online courses that you can take. Some of them are free. From now, start to think of those things. Very important, guys. Because like I said, not many of you, not everybody here will end up going to university and having those dream jobs. But you'll be very surprised that some people who may not have gone to those universities are doing quite successful in life. That carpenter, that I know Choiseul is very good for crafts. There are so many things that you can do. Export your talent. So from now, you need to start thinking of those things. And don't believe that just being a business person is going to be so great one time. Business people will tell you that they go through many, many obstacles and takes a lot of resilience from them. But you have to build yourself mentally and surround yourself with the right set of people. I know within yourselves as teenagers too, you might have the wrong circle, the wrong influence. Try to surround yourself with people who are very encouraging. Not just yes people who tell you, yes, that good man, that good. I remember putting out songs and my partners would tell me, boy, that bad. But listening to them now, they sound like crap. Don't just get yes people around you. People that will pick you up when you are doing something wrong. People who will tell you when, hey, this is not the right way to go. People that will support you wholeheartedly and be fully behind you. You need those people around you, not just your family, your friends. Get the right support that you need in order to overcome those obstacles, because trust me, it will not be easy. For me, I was never the best. I'm not the best singer around, but I had to work really hard. I had to work my butt off until I received the respect and love from other people. So I implore you all to do the same, because the road ahead for you guys will not be smooth. For years, I struggled to create an impact, but with the right mentality, I was able to lift myself and get myself out of the trenches and attain whatever I wanted. Right? Now, the more success you get, the more people will be jealous of you. All right? You have to understand that these things are correlated. People are going to be jealous of your successes. They're going to think, boy, how may doing drugs or something, or she doing. These things will come. You have to be ready for those things. But your mentality is what's going to set you apart. I like to always think of life as a sine wave, up and down. Those of you who do science, right? The amplitude, how high it goes, how long it's going to be, is always going to be about your mental. So pray if you have to. Those of you who are religious, pray. Whatever practices, whatever things that put you peace of mind. Peace of mind is the most important thing in life. Figure out what calms your soul. Get yourself to the point of believing in yourself. So much that what nobody says can take you away from achieving your dreams. Life isn't easy, but it all depends on you to get through it. I eventually made one of the best decisions of my life when I married the love of my life, and I had a wonderful little baby girl. Big up. Give me a little round of applause, sir. And trust me, I am scared for her right now. Because this world, boy, it ain't easy. Parents, you all agree with me, right? It's a tough time to raise a child. But parents, I want to encourage you guys. Keep supporting them. Yes, they might have left school today, but you have to be with them all the way. Keep supporting. Be their counselor. Don't just send them out into the harsh world. Give them the tools that they need to move forward. Teachers, link up with them still every now and then. I want you to give your teachers one big round of applause for all the hard work they have put in to those last 5 years. Your principal, the staff, and keep guiding them. Students, always be thankful, appreciate all the hard work that they do. I know that some of you all have dreams that you all want to achieve for your parents. Put yourself out there. Go out there, reach for the stars, keep believing yourself, and one day you will attain all that you want to attain. Now, my story will not be your story. You might go through your own obstacles, but all of you will go through them. And you are, across those 5 years, you have learned to be very resilient. Keep that resiliency. And like I said, pray every morning, go down on your knees, give thanks for life. A lot of people wish they could see that moment to be here today. Be thankful whenever you have it. Once you have the health and strength that you have, keep going, and one day, someday, you will achieve those dreams. Somebody say Saudi. I'll repeat those final 2 words for you guys. Patience and what? What's the other P? Perseverance. What's the 2 words? Not parents. What's the 2 P's? Patience, and things will not come easy, but as long as you keep pushing through, be resilient, one day you will achieve your dreams. And I hope I'm there to see all the great successes that comes out of this class at Choiseul Comprehensive. Social Secondary, sorry. I want everybody here to put your hands together. Give it up one more time for the graduating class. I wish you guys all the best, and I hope that I can see some of you guys on Friday at Soca Monarch. Yeah. So when I say life sweet, I ain't rich, but I'm blessed, you say, I'm feeling irie. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Life sweet, I ain't rich, but I'm blessed. Say, so I'm feeling. How you feel? I'm feeling. Much love to everybody. My name is Arthur Ale. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arthur Ale. Do you remember the quote that he started out with? Anybody can remember? I am the key to my success. Everybody say that? So Mr. Allen went from cricketer to being doctor, to being chef, to being computer engineer, and ultimately he became a musician. Okay? So it is okay, students, for you not to know what you want to be, but the key is to never give up. Be patient and always persevere. So to give a token of our appreciation to Mr. Afa Ale, I would like to call on Miguel Daniel.
Come on, Miguel.
Since when you're shy, Miguel?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say thank you on behalf of my fellow classmates, class of 2023 graduates. I'd like to thank you for your, motivational speech today. Later in life, we might look back and you say, okay, I can say like, I learned from that speech. Yeah, I just want to say thank you. Yeah.
How original, very original. Thank you very much, Miguel. So now we move on to the part of the program that we're all anticipating, or we have all been anticipating, which is the distribution of certificates and the subject awards. So as you come for your certificate, students, you will receive your subject awards. So we would like form coordinators, Mr. Joel Frederick and Ms. Karina Joseph, along with all the homeroom sponsors to assist with distributing the certificates and the subject awards.
This is your time, students. That's it. You're about to graduate. Are you all feeling nervous, yes? Who's getting what award? Do you all know?
So of course we are going to begin with 5-1, and the homeroom sponsors for 5-1 are Miss Enda Charles and Mrs. Lauren Chico Fraser. Oh, my apologies. Mrs. Fraser, Lauren Fraser.
First on stage, we would like to call Darian Ati. Give him a round of applause, everyone.
Oh, we're starting with the
Darian,
girls. Darian, just wait.
They tell us girls first. Ladies first, ladies first. So Darian, please sit down.
So all of 5-1, please stand and line up to the side of the stage so it makes it easier for you to receive your award. Students of 5-1, please stand and come closer to the stage, line up.
All right. Akia Alfred. Round of applause, everyone.
She's also receiving the award in technical drawing and visual arts, and also an award in TCF for outstanding performance.
Let's give Akia a round of applause. Stage, Tassie Alfred.
Tassie is also receiving an award for outstanding performance in TCF.
Round of applause, Tassie. Lydia Bailey.
Lydia is receiving the award for office administration.
Ocean Felix.
Ocean is also receiving an award in TCF, which is textile, clothing and fashion, for outstanding performance. Tassie Alfred, ladies and gentlemen. Lydia Bailey.
Yes, yes. Give the students 5 seconds on stage. Yes. Next on stage, we want to call Hanela Flavius. Round of applause as they come and go. Just don't stop clapping. Just keep clapping. Keep clapping. Zena George. Round of applause for Zena.
Zena is receiving the award in IS, Integrated Science. Also, outstanding performance in English A, outstanding performance in Social Studies, and most consistent in Principles of Accounts.
Wow, wow. Round of applause for Miss George. Imani Jean. Round of applause for Imani. Oh, there's more for Zena. Martina Jean-Baptiste, welcome on stage. Round of applause for Martina.
Choiseul Johnny.
Miss Johnny, give a round of applause. Kiara Leons, come on stage. Round of applause. Round of applause.
Kiara is also receiving an award for outstanding performance in textile, clothing, and fashion.
Very well. Anila Mitchell. Round of applause for Anila. Louisa Prosper. Can I get a clap for Louisa?
Shaquan Sonson.
Round of applause for Shaquan. And Shaquani Sonson. Round of applause for Shaquani. They look familiar? No?
Paige Tobier.
Round of applause for Paige.
So we move on to the boys now.
Who are going to be the men of tomorrow, I must say. These are the men of tomorrow, the fathers of children and businessmen. So, Darian, I'll say Mr. Darian Ati, welcome on stage. Round of applause.
Darian is also receiving the award for geography.
Congratulations, Darian. In Burton. Give in a round of applause. Oh, Darian has some awards to collect. French. Darian Ati is also most consistent
in French.
And Social Studies. Give him another round of applause. In Burton. Round of applause for In.
Garnet Didier.
Welcome, Garnet. Round of applause for Garnet. Serge Eugene, welcome on stage, Serge. Round of applause for Serge. I would give him the award for art, but we have better students, right, Serge?
Mr. Simeon.
Everybody gets an award for art for me. Elson Eugene, welcome on stage. Give Elson a round of applause.
LaShawn Hunt.
Jim Lafayette, welcome. Give Jamie a round of applause. I need to hear the claps, keep going. I need to call the names a little faster.
Vanille Mercier.
Congratulations. Mackay Peters Mackey, welcome. Round of applause.
Tariq Spring.
Congratulations. And last but not least, Lawrenson St. Bryce. He also receives
the award for theater arts.
Congratulations.
Everyone give the class of 5-1 a round of applause for their achievements. We move on to the class of 5-2 and we invite Mrs. Lisha Japol George to present the students with the award. So can the students of 5-2 please come to the stage?
Let's give them a round of applause as they approach the stage.
We start off with Kira Abraham.
Round of applause for Kira. Ella Albert. Let's give Ella a round of applause.
Ella receives an award for outstanding performance in English A and most consistent in French.
Round of applause. Let me hear the hands.
Vicky Alexander.
Round of applause for Vicky. Kayla Dennis. Welcome on stage, Kayla.
Kayla receives an award for information technology.
Congratulations. Round of applause. Round of applause. Anybody who wins an award, that means they did more work than everyone else.
Stella Dominic.
Esther Epiphan. Epiphan.
Tasia Hunt.
Round of applause for Tasia.
Tasia also receives an award for math, being most consistent in math, being most consistent in food, nutrition, and health.
Congratulations, Tasia. Ellie Jones, welcome. Congratulations, Ellie. Round of applause.
Ellie receives an award for passing CSEC English in the January 2023 exam. Maya Mathre.
Round of applause for Maya. Let's keep clapping. Don't stop clapping. We have to clap for an hour straight.
Devania Medad. Devania receives an award for outstanding performance in office administration.
Chelsea Modest, welcome on the stage.
Nadine Regis.
Congratulations, Nadine.
Mr. Oje, I see she made it with the heels. Rihanna Saltibus.
Rihanna also receives a sponsored award, a special award for visual arts. Round of applause for Rihanna.
Tammy St. Bryce. Desej Stephen, receiving the award in English B.
Melina Winifred. Round of applause for the ladies. All right. We now welcome on stage the young men of tomorrow.
We start with Kenroy Butcher.
Round of applause for Kenroy. Kenroy Butcher.
Kimbert Butcher.
Parents, you can clap for other children too, okay? So, students, clap for your friends.
Aiden Charles.
That's it. That's more like it. Joshua Edwin.
Michael Fletcher. Michael receives the award for mathematics, English A, social studies, biology, chemistry, physics, Spanish, and music.
Wow. I've helped carrying all those awards.
Somebody get Michael a basket, please.
Give Michael a Massey trolley. Nathan Jordan.
Shaquan Michel.
Keep clapping, yes. Rosemont Moses.
Rosemont must be a special person to
I
get
didn't
all
know
these.
Rosemont was such a star.
CJ Nicholas.
Round of applause for CJ.
Giovanni Pierre, receiving an award for outstanding performance in English A.
Congratulations. And last but not least, Tyree Senkwa. Round of applause for Tyree.
Can we give the class of 5-2 a round of applause? 5-3, please stand and make your way to the stage. Presenting those awards to the students are homeroom sponsors, Miss Erica Joseph and Miss Kimani Theophane. The stars of 5-3 coming to the stage.
Woo! Let me hear teachers, parents, and classmates. Give them a round of applause. We'd like to call on stage Gina Amede.
Sarah Bernard.
Round of applause, round of applause. Mikasia Brathwaite. Let me hear the hands.
Alia Charles.
Bernice Daniel.
Also receiving the award in food, nutrition, and health.
Round of applause for Bernice.
Desej David.
Omika Etienne. Let me hear the hands. Round of applause, everyone. These students are Here for the last time in 5 years.
Leandra Felix, receiving the award for textile clothing and fashion, and also for outstanding performance in English A.
Congratulations, Leandra.
Marjani Hunt, receiving the award for physical education.
Congratulations.
Chante Lewis,
Esther Mapre,
receiving the award for Principles of Business, Principles of Accounts, and EDPM. Also most consistent in mathematics and most dedicated in Spanish.
Grace Matthew. Is she still? Hold on, Grace. 1 second. She's got many awards.
Grace Matthew,
Grace
ladies and gentlemen,
Matthew.
receiving
Round
the
of
award
applause, round of applause for
for
Grace.
agricultural science.
Janika Modest.
Althea Thomas, receiving the award for French. And human and social biology.
2 awards. All right, now for the boys. John Behrens. Round of applause for John.
Miguel Daniel,
Laquan Dantes.
Davin Evans, most improved in mathematics, English A, biology, chemistry, and most dedicated in physics.
Yusuf Lubin. Round of applause for Yusuf. We need to give everybody their claps.
Kijan Mathare, receiving the award in industrial technology construction.
Devin Phillip.
Also receiving an award for most consistent in mathematics. Garfield Romulus.
Ron Sullivan. Round of applause for all the boys. As I say, the men of tomorrow. Let's keep encouraging them.
Now we have our special awards, so we will be calling the students one by one based on various categories. Male Footballer of the Year goes to Devin Phillip. Mr. Lionel, can you please come up to give this award? Male Footballer of the Year goes to Devin Phillip.
Female basketballer of the year.
Majani Hunt. Round of applause for Majani Hunt.
Round of applause.
Receiving the award for Female Basketballer of the Year.
Cricketer of the year goes to
Shaquan Mitchell.
round of applause for Shaquan.
Shaquan is also getting the award for Male Rugby Player of the Year and Male Basketballer of the Year.
Congratulations, congratulations. Round of applause for Shaquan Mitchell. Netballer of the year goes to Nadine Regis. Give her a round of applause as Nadine walks in her high heels up the stairs. That's
Congratulations,
right, that's right.
Nadine.
No railings needed. You saw that, Mr. OJ? No railings needed. Round of applause for Nadine Regis.
Nadine, Mr. Oshe is commenting about your eyelashes.
The male athlete, track and field athlete of the year goes to
Keishan Mathre.
Round of applause for Keishan.
Dashibil in the house. Let me hear you, Dashibilians.
I thought you were the male athlete track and field boy. You walk so slow. Round of applause for Keishan.
Congratulations on your award.
The female track and field athlete of the year goes to Starla Dominic.
No.
Welcome on stage. No.
Majani Hunt.
Majani.
Oh, Stella. Stella Dominic. I apologize.
She apologized.
I apologize, Stella. I hope you can accept my humble apology.
Round of applause for Starla, everyone. Starla new. Round of applause for Starla. And for the sportsman of the year, we have no other than
Shaquan Mitchell. No, like it sounded obvious, right? Congratulations on your award.
Round of applause for Shaquan, everyone. Round of applause. He also got the award for male basketballer, male rugby, and cricketer of the year. Next, we have the sportswoman of the year.
Majani Hunt.
Majani Hunt, welcome on stage.
Would like Mr. Matthias Joseph to come on stage, please. Or any member of the ancillary staff. So we have some appreciation token. Miss Jacqueline, can you come to present the award on behalf of the ancillary staff of Choiseul Secondary School? So we have some appreciation tokens given to our students by our ancillary staff, Mr. Matthias Joseph and Miss Jacqueline. Miss Daria Jean-Baptiste. Anila Michel. Mikasia Brathwaite. Melina Winifred. Vicky Alexander. Paige Tobier. Receiving 2 awards. Akia Alfred. Imanija. Laquan Dantes. Zena George. And Louisa Prosper. So you just come up one at a time to receive your award.
Let's give them a round of applause. This is a special award where the ancillary staff is actually
showing their appreciation
for students over the past 5 years to them.
Moving on, our students would like to show their appreciation to their form coordinators as well as their homeroom sponsors. And I invite Althea Thomas and Leandra Felix to present those awards.
Let's give them a round of applause as they come on stage. This is a very special award where the students are recognizing their form coordinators. No round of applause? No?
As we celebrate this milestone, we want to take a moment to thank you, Ms. Karina Joseph and Mr. Joel Frederick, for being incredible teachers and helping us reach our full potential. We know that it wasn't easy. We couldn't have done it without your support, guidance, and mentorship. On behalf of the graduating class of 2023, I would like to present you two with this token of appreciation for your hard work and dedication throughout these 5 years. We love you, Ms. Joseph and Mr. Frederick. Thank you very much.
Wow, I almost cried. So nice. I'd never got an award. No?
Well, maybe you need to do well or you need to do good, Mr. Simeon.
Students, Mr. Simeon needs an award. Anybody? Anybody?
What would you give Mr. Simeon an award in, students?
Gina, what? Give me an award. Most talented. You see, Gina said.
No, I'm sure she said most talkative.
I'm sure she didn't.
All right, I call on Miss Jenny Chico to, if Miss Chico is not here, Miss Dalla Peter to give an award to our prefects. Oh, Mr. Felix. Mr. Shem Felix. And he will also be giving an award for contribution to spiritual life. So the awards go to Zena George and Miguel Daniel.
Round of applause. Round of applause. Make some
That's
noise.
the Prefect Honorary Award. Miguel and Zena were head prefect and deputy head prefect.
Give them a round of applause. Being a prefect is not an easy job.
Mr. Felix is also going to present an award to a student for contribution to spiritual life, sponsored by Mr. Alexis Louisi, also known as Holy Train. And that award goes to Esther Epiphan.
Congratulations.
Contribution to spiritual life. Miss Shirley James, please be on standby for presenting the next award. Miss Shirley James is going to present the award for Junior Achievers Award of Excellence. And that award goes to Michael Fletcher.
Round of applause to Michael. Well-rounded student. Musician, scholar, everything.
In 2018 and 2019, Michael was a part of the 5-member team who won the Junior Achievers Economics for Success program, where on both occasions he was awarded the Most Outstanding Achiever for Choiseul Secondary. Choiseul Secondary also won Company of the Year in 2019, which was the last time the Junior Achievers competition was held. So congratulations, Michael.
Congratulations. Round of applause. The Academic Excellence Award
goes to Zena George.
Congratulations, Zena. Big round of applause. Zena has no space left to hold trophies.
Mrs. DeFreitas, can you please come up to present that award? Mr. Oje, please be on standby for the next award. Zena is receiving the award for academic excellence.
Let's give Zena a round of applause. Great job. She was a prefect, gets an award for academics, and many other awards. Congratulations.
To present the Principal's Award, I call on Mr. Makarian Oje. That award goes to Miguel Daniel.
Round of applause to Miguel. The Principal's Award is a very special award. Anything to say, Mr. OJ?
Miss Pauline Antoine Prosper, please be on standby to present the next award. Miss Reese, Pauline Antoine Prosper. Mrs. Antoine Prosper will be giving the award for Student of the Year. And that award goes to none other than Michael Fletcher.
Round of applause for Michael.
Round of applause for Michael Fletcher as he makes his way to the stage.
I'm sure that was deliberate, Michael, yeah? Bit of drama.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to all our awardees this afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Frederick. Thank you, Miss Karina Joseph. And thank you to all of you who presented the awards to our students.
And I would like to call Michael back.
Before that, we have a special rendition. Mr. Simeon, you're getting ahead of yourself.
Oh,
you're too
yes.
fast.
Before that, we have a special rendition. Sorry, graduates. You know, I see Gina said she didn't want to sing.
No, Gina said she was going to give you an award for talking a lot, but you need that award for being too fast. We now have another special rendition by our graduates as they make a promise to themselves of a better tomorrow.
Give them a
So
round of
please
applause.
stand.
Round of applause to the graduates.
Cause every day we get up and feeling the same. No. Some days we feel drained. Yeah. I know little bit of people that live for me name. No, but we still a go through. Things I feel no put it for me brain. Cause no man is perfect and we all know. And we all have days of feeling low. But I have faith that I hold on to. Working hard to see that tomorrow. A better tomorrow. Better tomorrow. A better tomorrow. Whoa. A better tomorrow. A better tomorrow. Whoa. We know dreams, we know nightmares. We know life's sweet, but we ain't there. We only got one life, so we not living in fear. Living in the past won't take you nowhere. It's a new day, the sky is clear. Move on up, be there. Cause no one is perfect, and we all know.
are feeling low. But I have faith that I hold on to. Working hard to see the tomorrow. A better tomorrow. A better tomorrow.
A better tomorrow. A better tomorrow.
A promise for a better tomorrow. So we move on to the next thing on our program.
Our valedictorian was enrolled at the Choiseul Secondary School in 2018 as a Form 1 transfer student. And he registered under the name Anil Michael Stanislas. During his tenure at Choiseul Secondary School, he underwent a slight change, more of a metamorphosis. And so today, he graduates as the Michael Fletcher. From the onset, Michael displayed several qualities of a high achiever. He was a very innovative student, and he pursued the science stream. He demonstrated a strong dedication to the academics, and throughout the 5 years, he managed to score overall averages of 70% and above at his end of term exams. In addition to his stellar performance in academics, Michael also remained committed to the extracurricular activities. Michael is a team player, and he participated eagerly in various activities and competitions, whether at the school, district, or national level. While still in Form 1, he assisted his peers in securing the first place in the school's pole decorating competition for independence in 2019. For his entry in an essay competition organized by the school as part of Reading Month that same year, he won first place. In 2009, that same year, he also represented the school at Junior Achievers Innovation Camp, and along with his teammates, secured the first place position. However, what Michael is renowned for is his musical talent, especially with the violin, although he plays the guitar and the keyboard. His musical ability as a violinist is unrivaled, and he has been dedicated to meeting his obligations outside of school. That should be and. Huh? He's also been performing officially for a little over a year and has performed on the main stage at St. Lucia Jazz Festival and many other national events. Michael has big dreams. In addition to pursuing a career in the field of medicine, Michael has also set his heights on becoming an author. He also aspires to play the violin on the international stage, and his ultimate goal is to become a world-class musician. We have no doubt that he has all the qualities it takes to achieve his goal. Ladies and gentlemen, we present our all-rounder, our Student of the Year for the graduating class of 2023, Michael Fletcher. Round of applause.
Give it up, give it up, give it up. Our valedictorian for the class of 2023, Michael Fletcher.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please allow me to adopt the protocol that has been established. Parliamentary Representative, Honorable Bradley Felix. Parliamentary Secretary of Ministry of Education, Honorable Dr. Pauline Antoine Prosper. District Education Officer, Ms. K. Clark Nicholas. Officials of the Ministry of Education, our esteemed guest speaker, Mr. Arthur Allen. Principal, Mr. Makarian Oje. Vice Principal, Mistress Leanne De Freitas. Staff, invited guests, parents, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2023, I wish you a pleasant good afternoon. I wish you a pleasant good afternoon. When approached with the task of delivering this address today, I must admit that I was elated, but equally humbled, as I, as a student, have had my fair share of hiccups and shortcomings, just as any other student. So it is with the utmost humility that I accept this honorable responsibility that has been bestowed upon me today. Today, I represent a truly outstanding and dynamic cohort of students, the graduating class of 2023 of the Choiseul Secondary School. There are some who, indeed, they may have gave up or did not get to make it this far. That is why I believe that we as graduates today truly embrace the theme, overcoming obstacles, celebrating resilience. Class of 2023, today officially marks the end of our tenure at secondary school. Our time here has undoubtedly been challenging and adventurous, yet fun-filled and fulfilling. In these final hours, I cannot but sense that we all feel a myriad of emotions. We are overcome with feelings of anxiety, anticipation, fear, even sadness, but pride and joy. Let us take comfort in the fact that these feelings are fairly normal. We have the right to feel excited because today we celebrate our achievements and we are able to share this proud moment with the people who are dearest and nearest to us. On the other hand, it is with a heavy heart that we have to complete this journey without some of our colleagues who were thrown some curveballs along the way. But as we contemplate our next step, it is also typical that we feel a sense of trepidation, since we are moving into the unknown. Our journey began just like any other group. The usual excitement and even apprehension typical of students transitioning into a new school environment. We were assigned our homeroom sponsors and of course our form coordinators, Ms. Karina Joseph and Mr. Joel Frederick, big up. You saw who from the get-go who made it sure that we were always kept in order. You so effectively played the role of mother and father of our form. In addition to our form coordinators, we were seemingly under constant scrutiny of our homeroom sponsors. I think we hold the highest turnover record of homeroom sponsors ever. Among the 99 homeroom sponsors we have had, pardon the exaggeration, only 2 remain constant for the past 5 years. Despite that, our replacements were always well selected, and we developed special bonds with each and every one of them. Our homeroom teachers have provided unwavering support and diligent guidance, which has been paramount to our successful completion of secondary school. Allow me to take some time to express a heartfelt thank you to all of you on behalf of the graduating class of 2023. By the time we had settled for our first day of school, we had already been given the heads up, or rather forewarned, of which teachers and other form coordinators, such as Ms. Barthelme, Miss Shallery, Mr. Lyon, who were not to be messed with. The stories had been fed, what we had been fed was so craftily doctored by some of the students, it was enough to drive fear into the hearts of myself and my classmates. However, that fear would only be short lived, as we would quickly come to learn for ourselves that there's not much merit to some of these stories. In fact, it was quite the opposite, because many of us today have forged loyal attachments with particular subject teachers. Although some of our actions were upsetting to you, you never gave up on us, and we thank you. You made it your priority to ensure that we succeeded. You have comforted, scolded, and helped us when we need the arose. Rest assured that we hold no grudges, cough, cough, since we are aware that it was done out of love and concern. A special shout out to Mr. Frederick, Mr. Laffey, Miss Mesmin, Miss Hippolyte, Mr. Charlie, and Miss Mariana Charles. The talks we have had with you throughout the years have lifted our spirits and made our experience here the best that it could be. On behalf of the graduating class of 2023, I would like to thank each and every one of our subject teachers for the invaluable life lessons, ensuring that we performed at the best that we could. On a personal note, I would like to thank Mr. Delbert Lenley for being a role model, mentor, and I dare say, a styling consultant. I'm not being bold at this point when I say that we have been one of the best behaved groups of students. And it seems to me that we've won the hearts of many of our teachers. It was common for us to overhear teachers make comments like, one thing about these students, they're not that bad. They're not too bad. They're a good group. We knew that these comments were about our general behavior, but we would have been happier had those comments been made in reference to our academic performance. Consistent, stellar academic performance achievement, however, from students in the likes of Kayla Dennis, Esther Marthre, Ella Albert, Tasia Hunt, Zena George, Darvin Evans, Leandra Felix, Akia Alfred, and Devin Phillip, just to name a few. And I believe that those students today deserve a truly resounding round of applause. These students, and I've only named a few, more than made up for where others may have fell short. And teachers, I am confident that our CSEC results will redeem us all. Teachers, we know you saw promising skills in us, which you have developed, which you have helped to develop and nurture. Leadership skills are at the top of that list. And this is evident from the overload of qualified applicants for the post of prefect. I think we can safely assume that the task of narrowing down and putting together that final list was indeed a challenge. What is even more memorable is that our prefects all surpassed expectations. It would be remiss of me not to highlight the important role of Shakwan Mitchell, aka Pogba, and Ghana Didier, who played major roles in maintaining peace and order around the school. No matter what part of the school they were, like first responders, they would emerge out of nowhere to quell any fights and disputes among students, ensuring that the classes were kept in order. I'm not able to mention all of the situations that our wonderful students are deserving of commendation. However, at this point, I wish to congratulate our head prefect, Miguel Daniel, and deputy head prefect, Zena George, for a job well done. These two individuals and the rest of the prefect body were very instrumental in reviving the student council at our school. Under the careful guidance of Miss Leanne Edgar and Miss Tenisha Peter, it is not surprising that Miguel emerged president of the student council. Zena and Miguel seem to have been a dynamic duo. I'll keep the little secret. As vice captain and captain of Mitchell House, the best house, they steered Mitchell to a resounding victory, not once, but twice. That's right. Make some noise for Mitchell, guys. Come on, Mitchell is the best house. That's right. Mitchell will surely miss a cheerleader at heart in the person of Zaina. When when you see Zaina picked up that mic, there was no house that was immune to the heat. Poor Dasheville, poor Jean. But dare I say, the house that received the brunt of the attacks was from King House. And I'm sure we can never forget Zaina's hit to hit track. I'm not for King again. While we are on the topic of sports, we must mention that we are truly blessed to have some very talented and dedicated athletes and sports persons. Hats off to individuals like Devin Phillip, that's right, Kijan Mathre, Shaquan Mitchell, Starla Dominic, Wilson Eugene, Tarek Spring, Lydia Bailey, Melina Winifred, and Nadine Regis for their contributions to their houses and the schools in various sporting events. We had our fun moments at school as well. It wasn't just about the academics. Our school memories and days cannot be complete without some comical memories. I recall one moment while heading back to the school from the field, Miss Herman realized that a male student was missing. And pardon the exaggeration, but we know that she went into a panic. However, that when that male student was found, the location he was found in was what was rather concerning. And it will keep us, I dare say, in stitches for the rest of the day. This student was found dangling upside down from a wax apple tree on the way into the school. Needless to say, Miss Herman, while she was furious, was relieved to have found a member of the flock who had gone astray. As for the students, it's a joke. And who can forget the sessions in the yard? To us, these dance sessions were a welcomed relief from the pressures and stress of the classroom. Although anyone could see that, in truth, they left us more exhausted and drained. They were indeed a workout. But I guess we didn't really mind. Because at the time, it also did not matter to us that these jump ups left us with an unbearable, musty odor lingering in the air. On one occasion, though, a student obviously obsessed with hygiene was seen going through the hall with air freshener in the air, spraying down the rest of the students. I think we all got the message. Fellow colleagues, it is our hard work and fun times that helped us create all of these lasting memories. Years down the line, when we look back, we will agree that the mighty Sparrow Calypso, happy school days, when he says school days were happy, happy days. Our fun times were often marred by unforeseen circumstance. It would have been our greatest joy to have all of our classmates graduating with us here today. Unfortunately, that is not the case. I think we were all crushed when we realized that one of our close friends, Ziggy, who had also happened to be one of our school prefects, had taken ill while in the third term of Form 4. And so he was not able to complete the final year with us. We wish Ziggy all the best and we hope that he makes a full recovery. Fellow graduates, our resilience indeed was tested beyond measure. Barely 2 years into our journey, we would encounter an obstacle that would really test the limits of our commitment and endurance. A test that would span over the course of 2.5 years and disrupt our full 5-year secondary school experience. There are some who may or may not agree with me, but I dare say that our group was the most impacted by COVID-19. We were denied face-to-face learning for the most formative years of our school life, Form 2 to Form 4. However, We overcame this test. We have made it to the end, and COVID appears to be nothing but a distant memory. And for this reason, we celebrate and we give thanks. Therefore, allow me to take this opportunity to extend heartfelt gratitude to all those who I have not yet acknowledged, who contributed to ensuring that we have had a successful journey. I must start by expressing my gratitude to God, the Almighty Father, for being our source of strength and serving as our guide. Parents, it would be irresponsible of me not to acknowledge the sacrifice that you have made to help us to get to this day. Your immeasurable gifts of love, care, and support have been the foundation upon which many of us were able to build ourselves today as individuals. I'd like to take a moment to thank my own parents, Rupert Fletcher and Lisa Fletcher, for their unwavering support despite the many challenges we admittedly had, but the many sacrifices that you made, I am truly grateful for it. Mr. Makiri, your impact on our lives can never be forgotten. You have not failed to inspire us and to do our best. Thank you, sir, for being such a great and exceptional leader and for guiding us. I would like to also thank you for making yourself accessible to us at all times. Miss Leanne Freitas, thank you for going above and beyond in your position as Vice Principal. Your commitment to your role has been crucial to us completing our tenure at this institution. Also, I would like to thank Ms. Philomena Lafe, immediate former Vice Principal, for your continued support of this institution. I would also, in particular, like to express my sincere appreciation to Ms. Mariessa Fontenade, our dedicated school counselor. Is she here today? We appreciate your support in the face of adjustments and difficulties both inside and outside of the classroom. Your thoughtful encouragement and consistent presence helped the students to feel recognized. My fellow graduates, I would like to commend you for making it this far. Today is our day to celebrate, our time to shine. We have all contributed in our own unique way to the amazing experience that we have had at this school. My friends, I do not think that words are sufficient to reflect on what these 5 years in particular and what this moment actually means to me. Therefore, what I cannot say in words, I would like to express using one of my favorite mediums. To quote the words of French poet and writer Victor Hugo, music expresses that which cannot be said and which is impossible to be silent. Ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to share with you this rendition as we celebrate our journey which has led up to our graduation day. I dedicate this piece to my fellow graduates, our teachers as well, our parents and guardians. Thank you everyone for being here today to celebrate this day with us. I thank you. This one is better. So better.
Round of applause. Round of applause, students. Thank you, Michael.
But before I come down, I'd like to make a presentation to a very special person today. Yes, I came, and I was able to play this, but I didn't get here on my own. I had an amazing set of individuals who supported me, and I'd like to highlight one of them today. I'd like to present something to Mr. Grantley Charles. This presentation actually is coming from my parents, who would like to thank you for your continued and unwavering support of me throughout my journey as a musician and as a student. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael Fletcher. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for our valedictorian. Before we end our program today, we would just like to acknowledge our sponsors, for without them, this event would not be possible. Alberta Henry Photography Limited, Unshasne Automotive Art, Builder's Choice, Choiseul Cooperative Credit Union, Choiseul Secondary Junior Achievers, CIBC First Caribbean, Coconut Bay Resort and Spa, Court St. Lucia Limited, Crick's Funeral Home, Dr. Giselle Lafay, Financial Investment and Consultancy Services Fix, First Caribbean Investment Services, FDL Consults Incorporated Inc., Fonties Supermarket, Honorable Bradley Felix, Labrie Cooperative Credit Union, Lazarus Funeral Home, Ladera, Lucilec, Massey Stores Choiseul, Monrepo Credit Union, Mr. Zane Bernard, Mr. Lawrence Constantine, Mr. Alexis Louisi, Mr. Anthony Monrose, Choiseul Fisheries Society, Lumber Pro Mills, Mr. Carlisle Gustav, Mrs. Lauren Fraser, Mrs. Donna Laforce, Build Tech, Javed Samuel.
I know we're all hungry and restless, but these sponsors make it possible. So we will continue with Mr. Darian Louis, Mr. Ignatius Jean, Mr. John Mathre, Miss Agnes Comby. Is it Mistress Agnes Comby? Mrs. Philomena Lafayette, Miss Agatha Eugene, Mr. Darren Girard, Scott's Sports and Underground. Sorry about that, not Scott's Underground. Scott's Sports and Award Shop, Soufre Development Foundation, Southern Taxi Association, Spencer's Trucking, Sugar Beach Viceroy Resort, the St. Lucia Teachers Union, Salsa St. Lucia, Saltibus Credit Union, Sand and Basket, Save Mat Supermarket,
Sands and Ballast.
Sands and Ballast. Thank you for correcting that. Make sure we put the right name out there. Sand and Ballast. Save Mat Supermarket, Trophy Center, Tauli. We have an unknown secret donor. Unionville Estate, Upton Liquor Store, Will Rock, Winwood and Leewardbury, Winera, and Winnie Jew Restaurant, Dr. Pauline Antoine Prosper, and Miss Cecilia Mondesi. Round of applause to all our sponsors, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Before we end our celebration of resilience, we must always remember to show an attitude of gratitude, no matter what it is or where we are. And to deliver the vote of thanks, I would like to call on Xenia George, sorry. Welcome, Xenia.
Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, other officials of the Ministry of Education, our esteemed guest speaker, invited guests, principal and staff, parents, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is both my pleasure and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of the 2023 graduating class of Choiseul Secondary School. This graduation ceremony is indeed a moment of closure for us graduates as we reminisce on our personal journeys at this prestigious institution. We must admit that we could not have done it alone, and for this reason, we extend our immense gratitude to all those who have made this journey as well as this ceremony possible. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed by us. It is Alfred North Whitehead who said, and I quote, "No one who achieves success does so without the help of others. The wise and confident acknowledge this help with gratitude." Allow me to begin by thanking God Almighty for providing us with His blessings, protection, and strength throughout these 5 years and for allowing us to celebrate our achievements today. A heartfelt thanks to Pastor Cletus Henry for inviting God into our midst with your inspirational and gracious prayer. Parliamentary Secretary, Honorable Dr. Pauline Antoine Prosper, you have added the official stamp to our proceedings with your congratulatory remarks. Deep appreciation for all your wishes on behalf of the Ministry of Education. Special thanks to the Deputy Chief Education Officer, Mr. Kendall Kodra, for your presence here today and your continuous support over the years. To our District Education Officer, Ms. K. Clark Nicholas, we extend our profound gratitude. Your overall guidance and direction have played a significant role in helping us bloom into the mature individuals that we have become. We are eternally grateful to you, our guest speaker, Mr. Afan Ale, for gracing us with your presence today and for the insightful and inspiring message you have left us with. We are truly appreciative of you, and we indeed are the key to the future. Many thanks goes out to our invited guests who made it their duty to be here with us today. Your presence makes us feel so special. To our valedictorian, Michael Fletcher, thank you for bringing back those fond memories of our time here. Thank you for helping us reminisce on all the funny moments, frustrating ones, and sad ones. Thank you for helping us remember all the memories we may have lost. You truly did capture our 5 years here in your speech, and for that, we thank you immensely. Misty Copeland said, and I quote, "Anything is possible when you have the right people there to support you." Graduating class of 2023, we undoubtedly have all the right people there to support us. Parents and guardians, you were and continue to be our pillars of support. You have helped us when we were at our worst and celebrated with us during our moments of happiness. You have truly been there for us through the whirlwind of emotions that secondary school life has thrown at us. I am aware that many of you have suspended all engagements, including those of you who have traveled from overseas to share in this milestone. We will forever be indebted to you. In addition to our parents, we also have our substitute parents to be thankful for. We therefore say a big thank you to our principal, Mr. Mukarian Oje, Vice Principal, Mrs. Leandy Freitas, Miss Marietta Fontinade, our counselor, our form coordinators, Miss Karina Joseph and Mr. Joel Frederick, our homeroom sponsors, Miss Enda Charles, Mrs. Lauren Fraser, Miss Carissa Thomas, Mrs. Lana Charles, Miss Erica Joseph, Mrs. Lisha Jean-Paul George, and Miss Kimani Theophane. Our teachers, sorry, time does not permit me to mention every name. Our security officers, caretakers, and all other members of staff. We guarantee you that a few years down the line, you will experience true gratification and pride when we have taken up our various responsibilities and careers that you have so adequately prepared us for. Mr. Naja Simeon and Miss Carissa Thomas, our Master and Mistress of Ceremony, we are thankful to you for ensuring that our proceedings have flowed seamlessly. We would also like to extend our gratitude to the graduation committee for their tireless efforts over the past few weeks in ensuring that our ceremony was indeed successful. You have transformed the Choiseul Secondary School grounds into a celebrity wonderland and made us feel like royalty. We wish to acknowledge the efforts of our technical and musical team. To Miss Erica Joseph and Mr. Grantley Charles, thanks for your patience throughout rehearsals and for bringing out the melody in us. Mr. Ale, hopefully you have discovered some talent among us. In addition, Mr. Brent Modest, aka DJ Brain Boy, former student of Choiseul Secondary School, you never disappoint us. Thanks for always rising to the occasion to provide musical accompaniment when called upon. Great Visions, Great Visions Designs TV, thank you immensely for accepting our last-minute invitation to air our ceremony and showcase our day with the rest of the world. Sincerest thanks to our caterers who have so expertly prepared the refreshments to be served after our proceedings today. We look forward to feasting on your mouth-watering delicacies, which are symbolic of our love and appreciation. We also express our gratitude to our sponsors, who with their generous donations and contributions have made this event such a success. Your contributions are gratefully accepted. Last but certainly not least, the graduating class of 2023. Together, we have experienced a roller coaster of emotions throughout our years at Choiseul Secondary School. Thank you for all the laughs and good memories. Thank you to the friends we've kept and the good ones we've made. Thank you for always keeping it real, no matter the circumstance. Above all, thank you for being a fun, adventurous, and creative bunch. You have truly made the 5 years of secondary school life enjoyable, entertaining, and memorable. In the event that I may have missed anyone, I would like to extend a heartfelt thanks to everyone who is present here today and to all those who worked behind the scenes. You all have made our day, our special day, extraordinary. As we now come to a close on today's ceremony, I would like to say farewell to the graduating class of 2023 and best wishes to all of you. I wish everyone a safe journey home and a blessed evening. I thank you.
Thank you, Miss Zaina George, and we will surely miss you. One last time. Choiseul Sec, today, tomorrow. An anthem of perseverance and resilience. Sung for many years, and today you sing together as a cohort for the last time. Please, let us all stand for the singing ever more proudly of the school's anthem.
And I especially want to hear the boys at the back, yes? We want to hear you represented, right, boys? This is your last time singing this anthem.
After 3, 2, 3. We will stand and so be counted among the best in. the beacon to our land. Be the bright star in our midst. Help our children reach their goals. All right, before the closing remarks, just to inform you that refreshments for 5-1 is in the first block, the very first class. For 5-2, the middle class upstairs, the E block, and 5-3 in B3. Okay, 5-1, the first class on the E block, 5-2, the middle class upstairs, the E block, and 5-3 in B3. Thank you.
Before you leave, graduates, together, you have made it. Class of 2023. So after me, let's say hip hip, hip hip. And as you sing along to the words of Rush, your outro music, graduates, remember that you made it together, and congratulations. Give yourselves and everybody another round of applause.
Congratulations, students.
Hip hip.
Sabi girl no dey too like talk. Animals dey in human form. Body man nobody like work, but you must hustle if you want job. If no finish dem won't fight us. If dem dey run dem no fit catch up. I know they form say I too righteous. No con dey form say you too like us. Me no get the time for the hate and the bad energy. Got my mind on my money. Make you dance like broccoli. Steady green like broccoli. Standing on my grind, oh yeah, what you want, telling me, could you damn my fantasy? You want to check if my dad be no wrong. But he dey rush well, he be much. Now gotta make my dad be the rush. He got money with touch, yeah. He dey rush well, he be much. You be hype, everybody dey crush. There's no darling with us. You put me jackpata, I dey go Ghana. You never thought you dey come back. Which kind money we never see before? Cause hello me, got me feeling I'm the one. I never take my cake away. You can't count my face. I just stay my lane. You no get the time for the hate and the bad energy. Got my mind on my money. Make you dance like broccoli. Steady green like broccoli. Standing on my grind, oh yeah, what they want, telling me, could be down my fantasy. You want to check if my tap be no wrong. But he dey rush well, he be much. Nobody make my tap be the rush. The kind money we touch, yeah. He dey rush well, he be much. To be hype, everybody dey crush. There's no darling with us. Sabi girl no dey too like talk. Animals dey in human form. Body man nobody like work, but you must hustle if you want job. If no finish dem won't fight us. If dem dey run dem no fit catch up. I know they form say I too righteous. No con dey form say you too like us. Me no get the time for the hate and the bad energy. Got my mind on my money. Make you dance like broccoli. Steady green like broccoli. Standing on my grind, oh yeah, what they want, telling me, could you damn my fantasy? You want to check if my dad be no wrong. But he dey rush well, he be much. Now gotta make my dad be the rush. The kind money we touch, yeah. He dey rush well, he be much. You be hype, everybody dey crush. There's no darling with us. You put me jackpot, matter, I dey go Ghana. You never thought you dey come back back. Which kind money we never see before. Cause hello me, got me feeling I'm the one. Ajay, I never take my cake away. Ajay, you can't count my grace. I just did my lane. You no get the time for the hate and the bad energy. Got my mind on my money. Make you dance like broccoli. Steady green like broccoli. Steady on my grind, oh yeah, what they want telling me. Could be not my fantasy. You want to check it, my tapping, no wrong. But it dey rush, well, it be much. Now gotta make my talk, it dey rush. The kind money we touch, yeah. It dey rush, well, it be much. To be hype, everybody they crush. There's no darling with us. It dey rush, well, it be much. Now gotta make my talk, it dey rush. The kind money we touch. It dey rush, well, it be much. To be hype, everybody they crush. There's no darling with us. No darling.
To flex my love, I want to impress, and I want to carry my love away to a place she loves.